Hi Aquarius, welcome back to Self-Discovery Support, and I'm here today doing your reading, preparing for 2022. It's right around the corner, and there's some things that I think that we may need to put to sleep before we enter 2022, or we need to prepare energetically, spiritually, mentally, all of that, physically. Yeah. So I'm doing your reading to assist with that. Okay, so let's get with a spirit message, a message from spirit first. I meditated and chose your cards before I started recording. All right, so we have enthusiasm. So, the thing I'm going to note here before we start really is Pisces also had 3 of the same cards in the same placements. So it does seem to me that there's a lot of intersecting energies right now, and it does seem like Aquarius and Pisces, the collective, seem to be kind of intersecting. So you might want to check that video out as well. You might have placements as well in that in your chart. All right, so we have enthusiasm, and for you, for Pisces, I think I was most drawn to the positive response and success, but I am more drawn to self-expression and inspiring others in this card. For you, I'm feeling that this card is about a time coming when you are gonna have to pull out. There's something inside. That's what I'm feeling like. There's something inside you that it's almost like you don't realize how great it is. And it's like something that fuels you. Like if you ever had an interest, and then you find somebody that has the same interest and you get so excited, like you buzz together. That's what I'm seeing here. It's like there's something calling you forward. It's calling you out. You see how it's almost like the energy is spinning outwards from her. I see that. There's something in you that and could very well be inspiring to others. Let's look at the tarot card that's kind of clarifying. Queen of Wheels. There we go. So the Queen of Wheels is a provider. She's very secure. But I feel like this is a call. There's an aspect to the Queen of Wheels where she's very fertile, right? She creates abundance around her. But I feel like for you, the thing you're being called is there's some inner expression of, I think I'm going to say truth. There's some truth that is being called to be unlocked now. And I'm just going to add on the self-confidence aspect of this card. Yeah, and it's calling you to be enthusiastic in sharing that with others, because it's almost like you don't realize how abundant you are with this thing that is not yet expressed, this thing that needs to come out. It could very well be something that, leads to material abundance, but I'm feeling more that it's going to be something it's almost going to create this energy of abundance around you, creativity. Like how she's spinning gold, right? It's like there's some ability you have that, yeah, it would be like spinning gold, because we do have the inspiring others. Enthusiasm is very infectious. When people are enthusiastic about what they do, you can really tell. So I don't know if there is something that you have always wanted to do that you're not feeling so confident about, but I think there's a call in 2022. Don't waste time, because there is this potential, right? This is potentially you, Queen of Wheels, regardless of whatever gender you are. Yeah. So there we go. That's your message from the universe, spirit, whatever you prefer to say. And let's look at what you need to release in 2021 so that you don't carry it into 2022. We have this card success. Now that looks like a kind of counter message, like why would you need to release success? And it says, I know that there is no greater goal than to love. This card really talks about knowing that there is more to life than material success, right? Knowing that life is not really in the final hour about how much you accumulated. I mean, that might add to it, but also it's about the kind of, I guess, energetic impact, the positive energy, the high vibration, the community that you connected with, the people that you kind of came across their path and had a good word to say and it changed things for them. Is that like no greater goal than to love, right? And I think we can think narrowly about love, but love is really expansive, and you can have love for everyone. And sometimes it's just like smiling at someone. You know, you're on the subway or you're on the train or whatever, you're walking down the street, and you know, sometimes a smile can just do it, or a hi, how are you? And that is an expression of love. Let's see what you have. 9 of Cups. So yeah, that tells me here that this is not the 9 of Pentacles, which would be about kind of material wealth. This is the 9 of Cups. This is about personal satisfaction and fulfillment. And that does confirm for me that almost like your success, your attachment to success, I think it's calling for you to realize that it's really about your fulfillment as a person, your soul's fulfillment, than anything else. It's not about, I know like it's that's easy to say, especially nowadays when times are difficult financially, but I mean, yeah, you're being called, I think the Aquarius collective is being called to really reassess what is important and understand that there is a lot that you have inside that almost would generate energetic and potentially material abundance, and you need not worry about that. But it's a call to fulfill something that would make you fulfilled, some kind of wish fulfillment that maybe you don't even realize that is wish fulfillment for you. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing here about release. So let's look at what you might want to retain to bring over into 2022. Friendliness. Now this is the card that is the same card that Pisces got in this position. You have a different tarot card that's clarifying it, but so that gives it a different slant. It says friendliness. You're able to recognize traits in common with another in order to forge love-based connections. What I see is that this is, you know, just as we were talking here about friendliness in a kind of public, communal, community-based way, and how you can do this easily and freely, I feel like you're being called to bring this forward into next year. Kind of a peace and a harmony and a care for your fellow person. Yeah. And what I see is like being open to the potential of where things can go. You know, there's so many stories about people that have struck up conversations on a bus, on a park bench, in a cafe, and you don't know where it leads to, right? But and I do know that, like, I'm not telling you to be unsafe here, but I'm just saying that there is a call for this to return, some kind of openness, expansive thinking. Also because, you know, the people that you meet, you never know where that could lead in terms of the dreams that you have, the goals that you have, the calling that you have. And it's not that you're going to be like pushily networking or anything like that. It's just sharing, right? Sharing a calling with others. You just never know. Like, you might meet your next business partner, you might meet your next soulmate, your next best friend, you know, in this way. And I'm seeing that here. 3 of Wands. Yeah, this is to me, is what this card is saying. You never know. You don't know where you're going to be. It's a card that, you know, this person is reaching out to touch something that they can't really see, but they feel the positive energy on them. The sun is shining on this person, literally. It's kind of the success before the major success in a way. And so I feel like this is going to bring this openness, this willingness to connect with others in 2022 is going to bring something that you may not even know where that's gonna go. Yeah. It could potentially bring in some of the things you've even been asking for. So let's look at what you might need to heal. So yeah, every year, you know, this year, these 2 years have been difficult, and we all have had things that we have experienced. So healing, okay. I'm going to tell you, this is the same card that Pisces got as well. And I did shuffle and this flew out. So clearly there's some crossover. Abundance. So what I'm seeing is that it says the energy of abundance activates our ability to manifest the wealth we need and the sense of fulfillment that comes from a heart and soul that are overflowing with love and gratitude. So what I see here is almost, it's as though there is a balance that's being called for. So in this pile, what you need to release, there is a call for you to kind of detach from material based ideas about success. And that doesn't mean that you're not going to kind of have the goals you wanted. Like, I want to live in a home, I want to, you know, have this amount of savings. It's not that you're going to do that, but you're recognizing that it's not the end all be all, and that's not actually where your true happiness lies. Yeah, and it does bring me back to Queen of Wheels. Like, this thing, you remember I was telling you that this thing, that this self-expression is going to create some kind of abundance here. Yeah, let's look at your tarot cards. So you need to heal 3 of Cups. So some kind of, some family. This can be family or a group of people. Some heartbreak. Some despair that's been experienced. And the Page of Wands can be like good messages, but I do feel like, yes, there's a good message here for you, and something here about reigniting your inspiration after a kind of very difficult time. I can see that here, that there's some group, could be family, could be group of friends, people that you enjoyed, or some social situation that you did experience some issue here in 2021, and it's calling on you to kind of begin again, kind of, I don't know, some kind of, to rediscover, I guess, reclaim your passion for going out into the world, starting again. And I think what I see here is that you're going to find your abundance in people. I don't know if I feel that. You're going to, again, find, yeah. It talks about the sense of fulfillment that comes from a heart and soul that are overflowing with love and gratitude. Is almost like the energy of the Page of Wands. It's not the Page of Cups, but, and also I feel like don't know, I'm seeing this message about don't think small, don't think impulsively, inconsistently. There's a call for you to move beyond any kind of doubtful, impulsive behavior. As you do rediscover and you do kind of go back out into the world, we do have Three of Wands here opening up. This is where your abundance is going to lie, and kind of processing through some of these things and knowing that even though you went through a lot in 2021 with regards to this, whatever this situation is, you know best that there's a lot still to be grateful for. You have life, and you do have the gifts given to you, and that's mentioned here, you know, in from the spirit messages. You do have those gifts that are set to bring in abundance and really inspire people. You know, often, sometimes, what just came to my head is like, sometimes we go through these things because it pushes us towards some kind of new inspiration, some new thing. Sometimes pain and despair brings some new inspiration that's going to almost get us going on a path. I think you're being called to follow that. Yeah. So I want to also look at potential outcomes for you in 2022. All right, so I drew a numerology a bead. I have a little number bead. I don't know if you can see that, it's so small. Ooh, it's the number 5. Let me try to get that. Okay, let's see if that will work. A lot focus. Yeah, okay, number 5. Right, so I just asked, you know, what's coming up for Aquarius, and number 5 came out, and I took a clarifying card as well. The Devil. So don't be scared about this card. What's coming up is, what's the potential outcome is 5 is a number of change, right? And so that's what makes me feel that this is actually not a bad card. In this context, you kind of want to see this card, because if there is going to be something that changes, you do want to change toxic behaviors. You do want to change attachment issues. You do want to change obsessions, unhealthy behaviors. Those are the things you want to eliminate. Yeah. And it's going to move you to a better place. So you might find in 2022 that you're going to go through a process of eliminating certain things from your life. Any kind of issues. I do see something here about, you know, this is a kind of difficult card. And the kind of other energy that's here is a 3 of Swords. So I don't know, it might be in relation to this. You know, something with a group of people and something heartbreaking. Something that produced despair. Some family. Some reunion. Yeah. But it's about refinding yourself after that. Here with the Page of Wands. So I think that's it for you, Aquarius. I think that you have a good year. It does look like it's going to have its challenges, but it does seem like at the end of 2022, you're going to emerge almost a different person. And if you follow through these things, the callings that you're going to be having, you might discover some talents that you didn't know you possessed, or you always wanted to act on, and it might lead to something really interesting for you and abundant. Might open up doors, might open up, you know, new horizons for you, new vistas. So that's it for you, Aquarius, and thank you. If you did like this, please comment, like, subscribe, let me know what you liked, and I am wishing you a good 2022. Goodbye.